The Bitcoin symmetrical triangle broke down, and in this exact video I will talk about my price targets and I will talk about what is going to be next for Bitcoin, because right now we're still approaching big support. But I'm gonna talk exactly about this, the funding rates, the fake news that got spread on XRP, and many more important charts we need to discuss right now. So without any further ado, don't forget to slap up that like button on today's update video. Can we smash it back above 400? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So Bitcoin has actually started to, of course, once again come down a little bit here after it was creating higher lows every single time on the market. Right now it looks to be on the 1 hour time frame, at least we have been confirming a lower low. This of course right now means that potentially on the 1 hour time frame we're seeing a change of character, and it could potentially mean that Bitcoin is right now finding a short-term top in the market. Of course, I have said this several times before, guys. If there's going to be anything like news or the BlackRock spot ETF gets accepted or whatsoever come out, Bitcoin will straight away push towards the upside. But if there's going to be no news that's going to be influencing the price action, I honestly do really think this could potentially mean a short-term local top for Bitcoin, and we could see some either sideways consolidation or either a small move towards the downside. Why am I saying so? It's because right now, while all this is happening, guys, the funding rates, it remains to be very negative, and we can clearly see that everyone is longing Bitcoin. And yesterday we saw a small liquidation on long positions, but still, if everyone is longing Bitcoin, it really most certainly is bringing up the risk on actually longing Bitcoin right here. So honestly, if I'm looking at Bitcoin right now on that 1 hour time frame, I really think that if Bitcoin were to be coming down, it's going to come down towards this region here. Why? Is because here's some loose liquidity, here are some order blocks, and here we can basically see that first rejection where also liquidity lays, right? So I really think that Bitcoin, if it's going to come down here, is going to come down to 35.5k to 35.4k. I think that is going to be the big level of support, and that is why I'm going to be looking very closely towards this level. Once again, I'm not necessarily saying we have to go straight away down there, because right now we are still holding this support. Only if we do break this support, I think we could come back towards that level, or either towards the mean of this upward sloping trend line. Further on, we can see that Bitcoin actually broke below that upward sloping support line. This level previously provided massive resistance for Bitcoin, then we broke above it, we found it and flipped it in support for more than 3 times, and now unfortunately we broke below it, and potentially here on the retest it could very well mean a very good retest on Bitcoin. So this is definitely looking a little bit more dangerously, and honestly I don't really expect there's going to be any big moves happening until the news is going to strike the markets. I mean, honestly, what we're having to do right now here is just wait another 60 days before the Bitcoin spot ETF probably comes out, so it's just a matter of time here. And also yesterday we saw some fake news on XRP getting spread here. This time around it was BlackRock that was filing for an XRP ETF. I don't know how people saw this, but some influencers saw this tweet, or someone saw this and they just reposted it. But according to numerous sources, this iShares XRP trust is not real. It's just made up. It's probably made with Photoshop, and people fell for it, and that is where we saw this big pump towards the upside, and after that straight away a big dump towards the downside of that previous price where we were trading around. And that is actually very interesting to be seeing. And of course, guys, if you want to be benefiting from any volatility on Bitcoin, on crypto, or wherever, you can right now trade on BYBIT. And if you're going to be signing up an account on BYBIT using the link below, you can already claim a deposit bonus up to $40,000, and without this link only 400. And on top of that, you can also already claim a free $1,000 airdrop position for only depositing $100. You could choose to claim it on Bitcoin or on Pepe or on Ethereum. You can just choose whatever you want in the link in the description of today's video right here, because yes, all the things you need to do here is sign up an account using the link below, complete KYC, deposit $100 within the first 7 days, and you must not have traded USDT perpetuals before. So that's the only things you have to be doing. And if you don't do that, or if you do that, you can claim this free $1,000 airdrop position, what is of course absolutely massive. So looking at the daily time frame, honestly, the daily time frame, there is not a lot of things changing right here, and Bitcoin remains to be in that significant uptrend here. We can see that the daily momentum is potentially drying up a little bit here, so we're just going to be keeping our eyes wide wide open on it. We do know that currently the price action is forming higher highs, RSI is forming lower highs, so we're seeing that Bitcoin is really losing some momentum on the imminent short term, but it's not all too big of a deal in my opinion. And yes, if we're looking at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, we broke above 36.5k. We actually already retested the 36.5k as support, so that is a very good thing. I think the weekly candles are looking very strong for Bitcoin, and that is of course one of the most important things we want to be having here. And of course, if we're looking at how much money Tether is actually printing right now here, it is giving myself a lot of confidence that Bitcoin probably is going to continue to spike further on towards the upside, and I'm going to be looking very close towards this chart as well in the future. And of course, if you're just looking at the previous structure and basically the level that Bitcoin just broke above of, it's quite an important and significant level for Bitcoin. We broke above the $32,000, what was basically the previous bull market support that right now is literally also support below us again, because yeah, previously around it was resistance right here, and now we could flip it into support. So that is a gigantic thing here. You have to understand that, and if Bitcoin were to be retesting this level, it would be a gift and not necessarily a bad thing. And if it were to be going down here, Bitcoin, and we were to be seeing that retest, I would take it with both hands, and I will be opening up some massive long positions on Bitcoin if it comes down. Further on here, we can see that Bitcoin here on the weekly time frame, of course, created that cup and handle pattern. Honestly, it looks super, super beautiful. And we know one other asset also creates a lot of cup and handles patterns, and that is, of course, gold. So Bitcoin and gold, once again, forming very similar patterns, and also right now breaking out of this cup and handle pattern. The price target is laying around $60,000, and honestly, I do really think we're going to be reaching it. This pattern took 540 days to build, so it makes a lot of sense that it is at least going to take another 100 or 200 days before it's going to get completed. So don't be panicking about that at all. And also, guys, Solana actually broke above the $48 mark, what is actually a very important level that Solana broke above of. So if you want me to make a video dedicated about Solana, let me know in the description of today's video, because then I'm going to do a deep dive about TA on Solana. I'm going to look at the on-chain data, I'm going to look at the charts, I'm going to compare it to Bitcoin, to Ethereum. If you would like me to do that, let me know in the description down below, because then I will be making this video as soon as possible for you guys out there. So this was it for me in today's update video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.